So, season one, I noticed that the episode titled The Importance of Your Brand actually got the most plays. So, I wanted to come back and do The Importance of Your Brand, but an upgraded model, right? Because it's been 2 years. I've learned way more than I knew 2 years ago, because that is literally the way that you should try to design your life, or the way that you should try to live your life, I should say, is to grow and upgrade and learn at a different level. So let's talk the importance of your brand 2.0. So if you don't know what a brand is basically an identifying mark or something that you are identified with. So if you think about how their owners are branded by the farmers, or wow, I said that completely wrong. How cows are branded by their owners, who are quote unquote the farmers, right? They take something, they brand them, and once they're branded, everyone knows what they belong to, who they belong to based on that brand. And so the importance of your brand actually matters, because that is what people will know you for. That is how people will identify you, So I think that, yes, on a level of business, it's important, but also personally, it's important. So in season one, we talked how important it is as a woman who is healing, that it's important to have a brand. It's important to have something that is your own, right? So I made that clear, because I feel like once you're going through the healing journey, that will actually help you through. And that's actually how I viewed my TikTok when I started building my TikTok brand. I wanted that to be my identifier. I wanted people to kind of look at me as someone that encourages self-love. Not someone that is just out here just arrogant, just in love with herself or nothing like that. But if you know me, then you know, like, it took a process to get to that point where I actually love myself, and I actually, have confidence in myself. So that was why I did the importance of your brand, and why you actually need it on your healing journey. Now, the importance of your brand 2.0, I want you to ask yourself, as if you are that cow. Because if you literally, you got to think about it like this. I know it, like, hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not calling you no cow. I ain't calling you no heifer. Okay. But hear me out. If you are that cow and I take something and I brand you, what would you want it to represent? What do you want that brand mark that I just put on you to represent? And who would you want me to be, to give me access to actually brand you? Because hear me out. So we can go into something wanting our brand to be self-love, but then the people that might not know us that well might take that and they brand you an arrogant heifer. Like, okay, for lack of better words. We can go, you think about all these people that are on these reality TV shows. They're going on there hoping and praying that they can create this brand, right? Because y'all already know how I feel about reality TV. They're going on there hoping they can create this brand that represents them in a positive light. Whole time, the reality TV producers are behind the scenes and they're creating these characters. And so you would want your brand, you would want the person that is in charge of your brand, in charge of how you are represented, to be someone that A, you can trust, B, that would have you not out here looking crazy. I guess that would fall under the umbrella of A, like somebody that you could trust. But you would want the person that branded you, you would want the audience that brands you, because whether you want to admit it or not, we're not in control of our brand as we would like to think. Okay, we're not. We can have all of the what's the word, y'all, we can have all of the intentions of putting out this certain brand, we can have all of the intentions of putting out this certain look, right? And in our mind, we're killing it. In our mind, this is the look that I'm giving people. And whole time the audience is receiving you in a completely different way. Whole time the producers are making you look something completely different than what, there's always someone that is in control of really of how you look. I know that might have went over some of y'all's heads. I love y'all, but y'all just got to hear me out. Someone is going to misinterpret your brand. If you had to allow someone to brand you and it wasn't yourself, okay? Because we know that your intentions, you want to come across as just this great person. You want to put your best foot forward. But even like the best makeup artist, right? You could be like, oh, she does great makeup, but she do better with like the natural look. She can't do beats, or she can only do a beat when I want to do more natural. Oh, she's good at hair, but she can only really do braids. Or, oh, he's good at hair, but he can really only do wigs. He can't do braids. Like you're wanting to put yourself out there as just this person that is killing it in the area, but other people are over here and they're actually branding you in their mind, right? In their mind. I know y'all got to be following me. Y'all got to be following me. If you're not, let me know if you're not following me, because I want to hear y'all's feedback. But if you have given someone access, because they already gonna have it, they're already doing it, whether you want them to or not. But if you are going to give access for someone to brand you, what type of person would you want that person to be? For me, when I ask myself that question, I want that person to be someone I can trust. Yes. Someone that I know has my best interest at heart. Someone that I know wants to see the best outcome, right? They don't want to see me doing bad. Like, they ain't gaining nothing if something bad is out there that I'm representing, or if something out there is representing me in a bad way. Like, they're not gaining from that. And yes, you can look at that as, thinking about management, or look at that thinking about who you want your avatar to be when you're, doing your brand. But, you're looking at it from a business standpoint, and I'm looking at it from a spiritual standpoint. Who do you want to basically back you up? Who are you really leaning on that you can be like, yeah, I'm doing all of this and I'm saying all of this, but at the end of the day, you got any problems, you need to take it up with this person. Do you have someone in your life that's like that, or you just out here? Like, y'all know I don't really be preaching or nothing like that, but I want to know. I'm curious. Because as a brand, even when you don't feel like showing up as that brand, even if you don't feel like showing up as a self-love CEO, or you don't feel like showing up as a beauty ambassador, you don't feel like showing up as a hairstylist, like, some days you don't want to do your face. Like, some days you want to go with just like a fresh face, no makeup, skin just glowing after you done did the perfect skincare routine. Or some days you just want to, not wear your hair. Like, you just want to have your hair in a ponytail, or you just took your braids down and you just don't feel like it. Like, someday we'd be lying if we didn't say we have off days where we're not feeling like encouraging nobody, because we need encouragement ourselves, or we need encouragement ourselves. So on those days, and you have to fall back on your brand to speak for you, because that's just what it is. Like, if your brand is going to speak for you, like, who would you want in charge of that? In the importance of your brand 2.0, I just kind of want to let you know that it's important who holds your brand. It's important who you let brand you. If I'm thinking about myself as the cow, I could just go back to that. Okay. If I'm thinking of myself as the heifer, and the person that branded me, sold me sold me to whoever other, and they got all the use out of me. You would want the person that receives you to be like, you know what, to look at that brand and be like, you know what, that person that branded Faith did good. Like, that person that branded Faith, like, Faith is obedient. Like, whenever I don't gotta send the dogs after her to get her to go over here to this side of the pasture, because she good. Like, y'all, it's so funny that I'm using this analogy, because I used to be so afraid of cows. Like, somebody could moo at me and it would basically make my knees buckle. But anywho, but I would want someone to be able to look at my brand and be like, you know what, that brand, like, anything, anybody, any cow related to this brand, I'm doing it. Like, I'm doing business with them. I started to say, like, I mess with them. Like, anybody that is associated with this brand, I'm messing with. That's what you really want to think about. And I'm not here to tell you who needs to brand you. Yeah, I have my preference, but I'm not here to tell you who needs to brand you, but I can tell you who's branded me. And I'm so grateful, because I would not be here without Jesus Christ, period. I would not be here without God, period. And so I know that I'm not just a self-love CEO. I know that my healing did not just come from because one day I woke up and I said, hey, I'm going to love myself forever and ever, and I'm going to put myself on this pedestal, and I'm going to be the best me ever. No, it really took me walking with the Lord through really hard seasons, and for him to heal my heart, heal my past, help me heal my trauma. And that is who I'm branded by. When I don't feel like doing any of that, I know at the end of the day, that's who got my back, period. And I know at the end of the day, anybody who encounters me, that, like, I would want them to see that and know that it didn't come from me. Like, I ain't out here just a good old piece of cow by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have got to let go of this cow analogy. Like, for real, I got to let it go. But I'm not out here doing this by myself. And the importance of God branding me, Jesus Christ branding me, because I know that a lot of people have experienced people claiming that, Jesus is Lord, but they've experienced them be hateful. They've experienced them not be what the true definition of a Christ follower is. And that's sad to me, because I felt like they didn't wear the brand well. But someone who truly is marked by God, someone who truly is marked, when you receive them and you see that branding on their life, you're going to realize, wow, like, everything connected to this brand, when it's truly branded by Christ, everything connected to this brand right here, I mess with. Like, I'm with it, all of it. And it's my prayer that you, number one, if you haven't encountered anyone that truly is marked by Jesus Christ, it's my prayer that you would encounter someone that truly does have that mark. Number two, if you don't feel like you are marked, you just out here willy-nilly, like living, you just in your own pasture, and you just out here just eating grass, anybody's grass, like, can't nobody really, tame you in. That's cool. If that's the life you want to live, I'm not here. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm just saying that when you actually belong and you actually know that someone has your back for real, it hit different. It hit different. And so, yeah, I want you to really realize the importance of your brand. You can take that and really, pull out some gems for your business side, but on this season too, I also want you to see how important it is that you are actually branded correctly. Because you have a brand whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. People, they have branded you. And if you didn't know that, I'm sorry to be the bad bearer of bad news, but they have already branded you. But you want the brand to come from someone trustworthy, not from people that don't know all sides of you, not from people that's not going to get the bigger picture. And even when you're branded and marked by God, you're still going to encounter people that don't really know all of you, who don't get the bigger picture. I'm not saying that any of that's going to go away. So don't be fooled by that. Like, none of that's going to go away. You're still going to get judged. But at the end of the day, I feel like there's longevity because your brand is in the hands of someone that could never fail. Your brand is in the hands of someone that is always good, even when we don't see it in a moment. Your brand is in the hands of someone that has the ability to just sustain you in any season of your journey. And that's what's different. Because by yourself, you're not going to be able to sustain it. Like, I was not able to sustain anything I was doing by myself. The grieving when I wasn't doing it with Christ, couldn't sustain it. That's why everything was just like crazy in my life. So make sure that you understand who really has branded you. And if you don't know, I would encourage you to take a deep, deep look, sis, because somebody has. Okay, I love you. I didn't mean to get too deep on you, but I'll see you in the next one. We at the last episode, and I just want to speak life over you. And I just want to let you know that you got this. And I know that if you're on this journey, you may have realized that, hey, I don't have a lot of people in my corner. Or you may be like, I'm grieving and I feel like the one person I did have in my corner is gone. Like, but you sitting over here telling me I need to let somebody brand me. Like, I don't know. I don't get that. Okay, that's not for you. Okay, then just go to the next episode. It's not for you. But for the one that kind of gets it and you realize that, okay, I've been trying to do this by myself and I haven't let anyone brand me. And like the people that I did let brand me, they did not have my best interests at heart. The people that I did let brand me, or the other false spirits that I did let brand me, definitely set me up for the okie doke. I'm still, disappointed. I thought that if I, left Christ and I could do it by myself, then I wouldn't be disappointed because I felt like Christ disappointed me. So, I'm over here now and I'm still getting disappointed, but at least I don't feel like I've got this false expectation of somebody that still let me down. I just want you to know that doing on your worst day with Christ is way better than your best day without him. I know it sounds cheesy. I know it sounds corny, and I know it's just like, ugh, here she go, like whatever, because you're so used to people telling you that. But take it from somebody who was doing it without him. Take it from somebody who was grieving without him, okay? And take it from somebody who really was really disappointed because I thought he took the one man away from me that could love me unconditionally. I see you more than you think I do. It's better to be branded by him and walk this journey than it is to not be.